school, it means choosing a community. It means not only choosing to learn about faith, but also how to live it. At Cardinal Stritch, students choose to belong. They choose to lead and be strong. And they choose how to discover who they're meant to be. Choose family, faith, knowledge, and strength. Choose Cardinal Stritch. Apply today at cardinalstritch.org.
When Nuremberg Paris investigates a truck crash, we often find that the trucking company violated laws or regulations.
They cut corners on driver background checks, truck maintenance, even safety rules.
Violations like these cause crashes.
Call Nuremberg Paris, 419-200-2300.
Today we have an author's note in person right here in the studio. Very lucky today. Curtis A. Deeter is a local fantasy and science fiction and horror author. He lives in Maumee. He's here to talk about his new book released today called Ronald. Is Ronald the Ronin?
Ronald the Ronin, yep. It's the first in a trilogy, so.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you having me today.
We're excited. So let's talk about what kind, we just listed a lot of different kind of genres there. What is the genre for this latest book?
It would be, at its base, young adult fantasy. More to, mid to later teens, I would say. And it is a lot of samurai lore. I'm a huge music aficionado, so there's a lot of hip hop, laced throughout the story. But anybody who enjoys fantasy and world hopping and
what are your influences? Like, when you were that age group reading, what were some of the things you were reading when you were a young reader, 18-year-old reader?
So I read a lot of the classic fantasies when I was growing up.
Okay.
I was really big into, I had my illustrated version of The Hobbit that I read on car rides all the time.
Of course.
I read a lot of science fiction, a lot of really cheesy science fiction. So a lot of my work now blends science fiction, fantasy elements. If I was to have a dream author job or a dream writer job, it would probably be writing for a show like Black Mirror or Love, Death, and Robots, which both Netflix specials, amazing if you haven't seen them.
Okay, yes.
But those very much blend the line between fantasy, science fiction, horror.
Okay, and in this case, though, we're talking about a trilogy, so this is the first book. How long does it take? I mean, a lot of times people, I'll wait until it's all done. I want to, like, how long? Is it books every year? Or how does it work for you?
So this is only really the second book I ever finished from start to finish. The book took about a year to write and maybe a year and a half to edit and get through the publishing process and find a publisher. I have maybe a chapter and a half left to write of the second book.
Hey, that's really good news. Really good news.
Which brings in, so one of the main magic elements in Ronald the Ronin and the trilogy is sort of that multiverse. There's world hopping. It's sort of portal genre where most of it's set in the real world, but he also has access to all these other different planes of existence. And I bring in some sci-fi in the second book, which is pretty fun to do. But,
is it fun? Are you having fun doing this?
It is, yeah, no, it is. It's a project that I can let my imagination go wild. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's not your day job, so you're writing at night, writing in the morning.
Oh yeah,
whenever you can find
time.
I
have a couple apps on my phone that I can write on when I'm in line somewhere where I got some downtime.
Ideas start coming.
Yeah, exactly. Or I keep scrap paper with me all the time.
It's a good thing.
You make it work.
You do make it work. So let's add. I always tell people, hey, you should follow these authors that we're bringing on Author's Note, because you're always, updating. Here's where I'm going to be, or here's where I'm having a signing, or maybe there's a sale, or this is my next release. So what's the best way we can support you as an author in terms of, we're going to buy the book where fine books are sold, but also to follow you so we know what to do with your author career?
I'm on social media. I'm trying to get better at doing more on social media.